Welcome back, everybody, to another Two Tamers Talk. Basil is back.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good. Thank you. Jeff is still on his hiatus.
Yeah, he's taking a break.
He wants December 8th was his day for
all the Hawkmon.
for the movie promo. So, if you don't know, Jeff's like one of his biggest pet projects is Hawkmon armors.
He loves it.
And they get probably the best support the deck has ever had.
I think so.
Which is the Yoli and the Hawkmon.
Mhm.
The Yoli, I've said to the other like promo cards, it's Zenjiro for specific format. So it gets on play a Hawkmon for free, and then the Hawkmon is like a searcher. I think it's grab a Yoli and a free or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not for some reason they're not legal yet.
If you have the Yoli's gain a memory if you have a free and play or something.
Yeah, start a main.
Start a main. Yeah.
But then it's also on play a Hawkmon.
Yeah, and everything's free in the deck. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. It's an interesting deck. It's really good. I played against him, but he can't play it until.
Yeah, he's like, when can I play that? He's like, December 8th. Like, all right, see you then.
And he's a TCG player. Just had this nice big promo they did with there's like 10% back, 15 if you're a subscriber or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I got a couple of decks. So he's got more stuff cooking. I know he does.
Yeah, it's true.
So I can't wait to see what he has cooked up because this
give him some time.
Yeah,
he'll come up with some madness.
In the meantime, we've been coming up with our own madness. I mean, as far as we just like old decks that have new cards.
Sure.
You know, if you guys haven't checked out these deck profiles that we have for BT-14, they're all over the place as far as Hexablau, Lord Knight, Agubond, Diaboromon. Like, there's so many good new cards or new promos even.
Yeah. And
on top of that, you know, we got to shout out all the training cards.
Yeah, training cards. It was one of those things. It's like there's so many decks that were reliant on Tamers, and it's like you need memory boost because you need a draw engine and you need memory for your combo turn. But man, you bottom deck your Tamers, or you bottom deck your specific option, and it's so crap. And then the training cards are just like, whoop. There you go. Your deck is 10 times as consistent as it ever was.
Well, especially monocolor Digivolving decks in particular.
Yeah.
You know, not the gimmicky ones with all the play-by effects or Digivolve from trash. None of that weird stuff. But if you're talking about like the decks that we just talked about, Hexablau, Diaboromon, Lord Knight, Agubon, all the stuff that just kind of makes a stack. Well, I guess Agubon is not so prevalent. But
Greymon Tribal,
all the stuff that just builds a monocolor stack. Boop. Easy.
Yep.
It's such an easy 4 of in the deck, and it just makes it super consistent. Because a lot of that stuff, you have to get those. A lot of the Digivolving decks that do that have their effects while they're on the field, and it was just too slow and too dangerous to do that.
Pass turn a lot of time, going from 4 to 5.
Your body's on the field; they just destroy it with whatever kind of crazy new nonsense that we have.
Bounce
in the game.
and raid and bottom deck and etc.
Yeah, exactly. But now you can just stay in the raising and hoard training cards or do whatever you got to do and then have one big play, and all of a sudden you get to do what your deck's supposed to do again.
Yeah.
Rather than just succumbing to all the new kill methods or bottom deck, return to security, whatever, all the new ways to get rid of stuff. So I think it's just been a really exciting addition to the format, and Locals has been insane.
It's been all over the place.
It's just crazy.
Like, dang. What did you bring? Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Like, obviously everyone was, I think pretty much the thing that people were most excited for was Lugarmon. People were like, oh yeah, this is going to be great. And it's purple. It's play by effects. It's long combo turns. It's very nice.
Dark animals.
Yeah, dark animals. People were excited for it. And the deck, from what I can tell, building it was not too much of a challenge. It was like put in all of the BT-14 stuff, and then you put in Chimeramons, Rush Gatos, and Analog Youths, and then there's your deck.
I think the hardest thing was, can you find Chimeramons and Black Gatomons?
Yeah.
If you could find those, you can build the deck.
But then other than that, you know, we have a few people really interested in the D-Police stuff. But then, you know, some people are like, oh, the deck that I really liked benefits from these training cards.
Yeah.
And I wanted to build a deck with the promos. And seriously, just like, oh, this deck got some support from BT-13, and now it's finished in BT-14. I want to play that. So it's a cool format.
Well, it's really funny too because we were looking at just before this, we were looking at the prices of like all the box toppers from BT-14, and they're all like $10 to $15, $18, and it's because every niche deck that those belong in, they're automatic 4-ofs.
Right.
Every single one. Like, no one's going to play Eosmon and not put 4 of that new Morphmon in there. You know, same thing with Lord Knight and Dioboromon and Imperial. It's just, those are all just fantastic cards.
Yeah.
And there's only one per box if you're lucky.
Well, the interesting thing when we were talking about, like, box toppers, I remember because people were like, oh, how much do you think training cards are going to be at launch? And some people were reserving play sets at $10 per card.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, don't do that. Like, think about like the Ace level 6s. They're like 50 cents or a dollar at this point. And it's the same thing. It's 1 per box.
Yeah.
And so but these the other promos are not that way because, like you said, they are 4-ofs. I think the only one that's not a 4-of is Rusty Ace, which doesn't really have quite a home just yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to, like you said, the Morphmon, the Shadramon is perfect for that Virus Imperial.
We have that profile coming soon too. Jacob is loving that deck.
The Lord or the Nightmon is the best card in that deck for sure. I don't know if anyone has taken a crack at Dark Knight yet with the new promo.
Yeah,
but I would be surprised if you played 4 of that.
There's a player at our locals, and he was excited about that card. So,
but the toppers. I mean, it's a very interesting format because not a lot of people. It's not like the start of BT-13. You could go to locals and it'd be Shine and then Royal Knights and then whatever Rosemon and then Galgamon and then Ravemon. It'd be BT-13 decks.
Yeah,
pretty
consistently.
But in this format, I don't think it's going to be that way.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like there are a couple Yellow Vaccine players, a couple D Brigade players, a lot of people playing Lugarmon.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people are like, no, my whatever deck needed these training cards and now it has them, and that's what I'm playing.
I think the Lugarmon's it's an interesting level of entry to the game. We have some newer players playing it. It's an interesting. I can see it because it's not as complex as like a Beelzemon kind of like. Read the cards, trash the cards, do the thing, or what was the one from Belphemon? Belphemon was very interactive. You had to really think about what you were doing, what you had in trash. This one is just kind of like, make sure you have your dark animals to play. And
then I think the tricky part is like sequencing.
Yes.
Like making sure you do everything in the correct order so that you don't miss unsuspends or don't miss playing by an effect, But
every time they put nearly an entire deck in one set, you're going to have new players play it.
Yeah,
if
of course.
That's their level of entry, then that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. And the Black Gatomons were cheap. They were easy to get. The Chimeramons actually.
Chimeramons are going up.
They're going up, yeah.
We were supposed to get them reprinted as gold in Store Championships.
That's right.
But we never got those.
We never got it, yeah.
So literally the only printing is that and the alt art.
Yeah.
Which
it's fantastic alt art.
It is a fantastic alt art, but I would not be surprised if we got a reprint of Chimeramon soon. Because I wouldn't say it's a staple, but it can go in a lot of different decks.
It's one of the most universal cards that I think has universal application moving forward.
And
potentially.
As an SR, they're becoming like $15 for the regular art, and the alt art's like nearing $40.
The collectors don't hate that though.
There
has to be some value left in the game rather than just like let's reprint every good card used. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get an RB2. Because it will be, I think, in that line because we went all the way to BT 5 or 6 with RB1. BT 5, right?
I think 5.
So it'd be close.
Yeah, it could be like 6 to 8 or something.
New Awakening, right? BT 8.
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty close to being in there. Yeah, because I think it skips the E. I guess we don't know.
There weren't EX sets before 5, were there?
No, there weren't. So I guess we don't know if they're going to skip the EX sets or not. But if we do get another reprint set, I would not be surprised if they gave us more Chimeras. Yeah.
Shout outs to Chimeramon. Yeah. A favorite around here.
I just found a bunch of them because I broke my Chaosmon deck and I redid Dioboromon, and so I found a bunch of these old decks that I used to put it in. And so I have like a stack of
Nice. Of all Chimeramons.
Like 6, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's just, when it came out, it was one of the best artworks out of that entire set.
Yeah.
You know, in a set where Creepymon and
Paladin
Paladin mode were your
secret rares.
Yeah.
Oops.
But yeah, I can't wait, man. This is going to be such a fun format. We've only been into it a week, and it's going to be a different journey, I think, every week at locals.
Yeah.
I know that there's been 2 locals, and I know that both weeks have been, or both tournaments have been drastically different as far as what people are playing.
True.
So, what are you excited to play?
Well, I'm still tinkering with Bloomlord. I think Bloomlord is one of the best decks this format.
Yeah, you got pieces for that too.
Yeah, the Mimi's amazing. The Palmon's amazing. I think Lily Ace is the second best ace. I was down on it at first, but I've been pleasantly surprised with that card. The Togemon is amazing. And then normal Bloom stuff is really strong.
Yeah.
It also has Pomumon, which is one of the better floodgates this format. So I've been playing around with that. Another thing I've been playing around with is Mastemon.
Oh.
If you don't know, you guys have seen Justin on the channel a couple times. His brother is a Mastemon fanatic. And so at some of the first locals I went to, I basically didn't have any decks built yet. And they're like, here, try this. And it was Mastemon. And I was like, just like lost instantly. But since then, I've sort of gotten a little bit more understanding of the game and how the deck functions. So I've been playing with it with the yellow base.
Yeah.
With the Patamon and the Secret Rare Angemon.
The new stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff. And I've basically, my thought process is there are so many good cards in that deck and in that archetype that it has to be good. Like, it just has to be.
It has to at least be competitive.
Yeah, Chaos the Great is amazing. Lucemon Chaos Mode is amazing. The Gadomon's amazing. The Patamon's really good. The Angemon's really good. Hellscythe is good. There's just way too many good cards in that deck for that not to be a competitive deck.
Yeah, the Mirage will let you play
Mirage,
level 5 for free.
Reinforcing, TK, Calling. Like, there's so many good cards in that deck. So that's been kind of one of the projects I've been working on. It's not there yet. There's still some clunkiness in the deck. But I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Man, it's been wild for me just building all these older decks and then looking at some of the newer stuff too. None of I'm not super enthralled by any of the stuff that's like contained in this, but I do really like all the new stuff.
The closest thing you've been to a BT-14 deck is pretty much Hexablow, which is interesting because
it's really fun. It's really fun. There's a lot of new pieces for it.
The source cards are amazing.
They're insane. Yeah. And one thing in particular that this set and the promo cards, you really interact on your opponent's turn more than ever in this game.
Yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily think that that's a mistake.
No.
I think that Bandai's being strategic at how they approach this, where this isn't just the set of aces.
No.
This is the set of opponent's turn interaction.
Yeah.
You know, and if you look at all the cards, I mean, they all just scream that. You know, they waited until this set to release the Nightmon promo. It has opponent's interaction. You look at the level 3 and the level 4 blue cards, opponent interaction, you know, with trashing cards. You look at all the ace cards, opponent interaction, opponent's turn interaction.
SR Palamon is until your opponent's turn, lose 2 memory.
So I think that they're really kind of not necessarily changing the way the game plays, but making you use your brain on more than just your turn, you know, which I think is good for this game because there are a lot of those decks like you play against Lilith Loop or Miller, you know, any of that stuff where you're just like, you know, it's just like you pick up your phone halfway through their turn.
Oh,
you're
they're
just,
still going?
You're just waiting for them to go, or like Examon, you know, or Alphamon, you know. But now you can just, you wait for them to attack and you can ace, or you wait for them to attack and then you can activate your stuff. And I think that it's really beneficial for the game for you to actually have some kind of interaction when it's not your turn, rather than just like, what are you killing?
Yeah.
Check. Like the most exciting part about this game on your opponent's turn before this set for me was just like, what is it?
Wyvern's Breath.
What's the check? Oh, I get to kill something on your turn. Cool. But now it's literally like I have 20 different things that happen on your turn if you do X.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that that's really healthy for the game.
Yeah. We, Justin and I have been playtesting specifically for Ultimate Cup. And every time we ace, shout outs to card protagonist. We say, not so fast, counter, which I probably won't do at locals because that's kind of annoying, but it is very fun.
You don't just go, what?
What?
Yeah. No, I think that it's a healthy way it's a healthy change, but not
we have had leaks for the set after BT-16, which is allegedly going to have level 7 aces.
Yes.
So
we'll see.
We will overflow 7 or whatever.
It's got to be 5, you would think, right?
The
progression
5,
is 3, 4, 5.
I mean,
yeah, who knows? They said it's going to be Omnimon is going to get it.
The speculation is Omnimon, Crimson Mode, and then Armageddonmon.
And don't you get a Ragna somewhere in there? I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Legend Arms support is apparently coming at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when I have it.
No, I saw that leak a couple days ago about Diaboromon stuff, and automatically you just go to TCG Player and watch people.
Oh, dude. Those ace cards, that premium Bandai.
Yeah.
Donks.
The question is like, do you get like a full line? You know, it's like we haven't got a full line of Diaboromon cards since EX1.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, come on, guys.
They have to
don't just throw another 6 at us and make us use these old cards.
EX1.
I don't need
Caramon.
BT. Yeah, Kurisarimon BT3 or whatever. It's like I don't need this in my life anymore.
That's one of the good ones, isn't it? That's Play a Sonata.
Yeah,
right?
but they have to give me some power creep, man.
Yeah, true.
Like every other set has power creep.
Play a Sonata and then do a backflip and then win the game. Somehow.
Play a Diaboromon, gain 2 memory.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah, I don't know. And plus, there's a speculation of an alternate WinCon.
Yeah, I don't know how many people saw it, but there was another leak that was a card, and it was a Diaboromon option. It said like "End of the World" or some. It was worded the same way as like these goofy cards, but it said "Initiate countdown."
Oh.
And then it was like, once your countdown timer wins 1, the game ends and you're the winner.
What's the time? Is it it can't be an actual like timer?
No. It
like
had
a
something to do with
timer?
like, it was like a tuck thing. And then once it has tucked 5 times, the countdown pops and you win.
Oh.
Everyone's talking about on Discord, once you get 7 tokens, win the game.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that was leaked somewhere, but there was a leak a while ago, and I was like, this has to be fake because it's like worded really awkwardly.
I think by the time, I mean, depending on how the new cards cheat out tokens, I mean, just at the current pace, if you get to 7 tokens, they typically have rush and you just win the game anyway.
That's what we were that's what we were talking about. Like I don't think it would be that, because if it was that, you've probably won already.
Yeah, or lost.
Yeah.
Either way.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of interesting leaks coming out of that set.
True.
But should we jump into BT-16 stuff? Because this is something we haven't covered
the
channel.
We kind of put it off because it was Pasadena regionals, and then it was, movie promos.
There's all kinds of stuff.
There was a lot of stuff. But
we did do one BT-16 leak before.
The Magna X.
Yeah, which is still an insane card.
Yeah.
Sure. So let's jump into, you pick 3, I pick 3.
Sure.
So let's jump into your 3.
Okay. Well, we're gonna
and then we share one. Because
we do share one.
Common to both of our hearts.
It's true. So the first one is the Pale Dramon.
Okay.
Imperial is a deck that is I don't play a ton of, but Justin, my buddy, you've seen, loves that deck, and we talk about it a lot. Specifically, I want to talk about this card because it has Partition, which is basically, if I remember right, on deletion, play out the specified stuff. Yeah. And so what that basically means is, effectively, every card that has Partition mode has starter deck Dragon mode effect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like un-DNA.
Un-DNA, yeah. And then it also
D-DNA.
Yeah, it suspends everything with as many or fewer Digivolve sources. So if you have, Egg, Vmon, XV, Stingmon, 4 sources. So basically suspend
anything.
Yeah, suspends just about anything. Then if you're DNA digivolving, nothing unsuspends, which is interesting because it kind of feels like a Dino B card.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a Pale Dramon. And then when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, then it doesn't unsuspend. So it's pretty interesting because we think that starter deck Pale is the best one. It's when attacking, unsuspend, bottom deck is 6K.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We think the BT-12 one, source stripping and stunning is whatever, but having that partition effect and it has partition as an inheritable.
It's really good.
It's pretty darn good. Yeah. So we're pretty up on that card.
All right. What's number 2?
Number 2. Gosh darn it. Discord. We do have a good one here. So this card is an option card. Okay. Metropolitan Police Department, Community Safety Bureau, Cybercrime Division, Investigation Unit 11, Digimon Crime Response Team. That is the name of the card. That is the name of the card. The first reason I wanted to talk about this is if your opponent does not say the full name of the card, call a judge. That is not a legal play. But it is effectively a better Pride memory boost.
Yeah. It has a delay, right?
Yeah, it's main, reveal top 3, play a D Brigade.
Yeah.
And then delay, reveal top 3, play a D Brigade. But not only that, it is out of security. It's just the same as the Chaosmon and Ragnarlord starter deck cards. Oh. It's out of security, activate, flip 3 and play a command Dramon, then set to battle area.
Oh, then set, yeah.
So basically,
you still get the 2 for.
You still get the 2 for out of security. Yeah. This card is. Not only do I think this card is good, it's another card that I'm happy to see them printing for these archetypes.
Yeah.
We got one for Machine Dramon. We're getting one for D Brigade. I think that there should be cards like this for those niche archetypes.
Yeah.
I've been calling for Legend Arms memory boost for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly what that deck needs. It's always short on memory.
Yeah.
Leomon, I think, needs a card like this. It needs like Leomon memory boost, like search top 3, grab a Jerry or a Leomon, and then delay, gain 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Some of those sort of more niche archetypes that, especially the like multicolor archetypes, they can't run black memory boost or offense training or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it would just whiff. It would just not hit on what they need.
And we've talked a lot about Commandramon between the two of us. I mean, at nauseum. And we've been talking about how Bandai does with D Brigade. And I think this is exactly what the deck needs because it still does one thing pretty well.
But it plays Commandramon.
But it needs to do it faster.
Yeah,
because at the same time they printed this card, it's not even one of my picks, but they gave the Valkyrie X or whatever. Yeah. That's just a 5K blanket to your opponent's board. Whoops. So they swing with one Commandramon, you just blast DNA, and then all of a sudden every Commandramon on the board
every Commandramon is dead.
And forever. It's not even delete a 5K. It's a minus 5K. So all that decoy that you think is real fun, who cares?
Gone.
It doesn't matter. They all die
forever.
still.
Die a horrible death.
Yeah. So I mean, in a world where Shine Gray Ruin mode still exists, you better be fast.
True.
And
then my last card is the Galgamon.
This isn't even meant for your deck.
This is not meant for a Mirage, but I'm a Mirage lover. I think that deck is really cool and really strong.
This is a Night Fang card.
Yeah, it's for
the Apollomon.
It's for Dianamon and Apollomon, which is cool. I'm sure that deck is fun and awesome.
Grace Nova, that's what it turns into.
Whatever.
EX5.
Yeah. And those DNA EX decks are always a little gimmicky.
The one that does this, like here to here to here.
Yeah, the Ultra S DNA deck, the Imperial Dramon Virus deck, Examon. Yeah. They're all a little bit inconsistent, but for some reason, this card is Galgamon. And not only that, it doesn't. It normally when they say, "Oh, it can digivolve from a Nightclaw and a Light Fang for 2." Normally, the regular evolve is blue for 3, but it's not.
Yeah.
So it can evo for 2, and then you both draw 1. So you evo, draw 2, your opponent draws 1. If they have 8, gain a memory. That's inheritable jamming.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about
Nikolai.
Wanyamon versus Bukamon.
Yeah.
You put that in. It's basically a turbo because it's going to gain 1 most of the time. And then inheritable jamming, really nice.
And you have room for another Hammer Spark. You can get rid of the Nikolai.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So those are the cards that out of the reveals so far, those are what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
What do you got, Jesse?
Okay, well, we're just gonna first of all, we're gonna talk to Bandai here. This set is not my set. I keep waiting for cards out of this set that apply to either my play style or things that I like to play in this, and it is literally just like
I remember
Commandramon.
The first 2 weeks of reveals, there wasn't a single monocolor card.
No.
And you're just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Can we get a card that is just yellow or something?
The first reveal was a 3-color card.
Yeah,
we're like,
true.
what is this? No, it's a wild set, and just in the fact that it picks certain formats, and I think it needs to be released. It's fine, but I think anyone that's a legacy player that knows that like not every set is for everybody. Like there'll be an entire set like this one is for me, where it's just like you look at every card in this, and you're just like, that applies to no decks I play.
Yeah.
You know, so that being said, these are the 3 that I'm most excited about out of a set that I'm not super excited about yet.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I'm excited for 16 is that it's on the way to 17.
Amen.
You know? All right. It's the same way that like Starfield people were excited just in the fact that they're done with Starfield. We can get on to the new Elder Scrolls.
I see.
Let's jump into, what was my first one? Let's pull it up. I picked these very specifically. Oh, that's your Metropolitan one.
That's a really good one.
Here it is. Okay. I picked the Thunder Flame Crusher. This card I do like, only because one of my decks that I play is Security Control, and I think this card's really good. It is a Pulsemon card for whatever reason, but it's yellow purple. So you look at this and you're like, oh, is that a new Flame Hellscythe? Because I think it costs 6. So ignore the Pulsemon part because that's not how I'm going to use it, but it fits in the Pulsemon deck somehow.
Because it trashes security, so
down to 3.
Yeah.
So, but you get to choose, right? And then you get to reduce the cost by every security you trash.
Yeah.
So my thoughts with this is you could put this in Kintarosmon, figure out a purple source to use, or just play Pulsemons as your level 3s in that, which Pulsemon is still a universally good level 3 in yellow. It's a little bit power crept out, but still really good. But being able to add cards to your security that play when they're trashed, be really good interaction with this. So you get your Odin's Breath, your Samson's, some really cool things you can do with this card. And at the end of the effect, you get to put it back in your security.
Yep.
And it's a Wyvern's Breath out of security.
Yep. And not only is it put it back in your security, you put it at the bottom of your security.
Yeah.
Which is exactly where you want a kill spell like this.
Yeah. So, and then not only that, I mean, if you obviously you're probably going to play 2 to 4 in a deck, and if you stack multiple, if you can get multiple of these at the bottom of your security,
it's just like
nothing is safe. Yeah.
Not sure what to do now.
Yeah, I would argue you want it in the second to last spot.
Yeah.
But just having these, just as the butt end of your security, having 2 or 3 of these would just be absolutely nasty. So that one I think will be good for security control. And then the Publamon, this is one that was really interesting for us too, because this is one of the first cards I've seen. I think it might be one of the first cards in the game that targets a specific trait.
Well, the Secret Rare Angemon targets a virus in the same way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So they're along the same theme.
But the difference between virus and vaccine is that I want all of you to go onto DigimonCard.dev and search level 6 vaccine.
It's every good
and just see how many good level 6 vaccines there are, because there are a lot.
Yeah. It's almost every Greymon, every Angel, every, I mean, just all the crazy.
Bloom Lord is a vaccine, I've learned.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. So being able to, it's a level 4 Digivolve for 2, and you strip the top and you just trash it off their security. So a good way to get rid of Ruin Mode. Ruin Mode's a vaccine.
Yep.
So this card's crazy. I mean, it entices people to play black. I mean,
they're slowly turning black into not necessarily just like the blocker color, but more like the deck manipulation color, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, they have. And they've been doing that for a little while. I think like Black Izzy kind of started that whole thing where it's just like reveal the top 3, but now, they added in like put it bottom or top.
Yeah,
they added
Mamemon,
a bunch of
the Vadermon, and that line is rearranging your opponent's trash into their deck. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. So we got that, and then to round that off, we got the new Chaosmon.
Yeah,
so
the
this
level
one,
7 DNA.
This one was a throwback for me. This one I actually kind of like sat up out of bed and read because we haven't had a Chaosmon since BT4.
Valderarm.
Well, no, that came later.
I see.
Original Chaosmon was like your first blitz, but you couldn't blitz at your opponent. You had to blitz at a Digimon, but it wasn't even called blitz. It was this.
Then it may attack. Yeah.
So when we got a new one, I was like, "Oh, cool! Green gets some love, but it's yellow black. It's not green. Yeah,
it's a D-Police boss,
as well as a unique.
Yeah.
Okay.
No opinion,
but it's a DNA, so it's a yellow black DNA. I enjoy yellow DNAs in particular because there's so much support for them. So I think that there's some fun to be had with this card because it's when Digivolving by itself is already really good.
And also just has 3 keywords on top of it.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Blocker, barrier, and
partition.
Partition, yeah. So really good. Like if you get the DNA off, it's really good. But it's not like Ophanimon where it's like Ophanimon's not good if you don't DNA it. Like it doesn't do anything for you. But this one you still get to D-Digivolve 3 and then minus 8k a body.
Yeah,
which is still really good. And with trading cards, if you could do that for 3. Like it's not terrible.
Yeah, the only thing you have to worry about is trashing your own security. But again, we were talking about sort of like a Kentaurosmon benefit from that kind of idea. It's like you stack Odin's Breath, DNA into this, end of your turn, trash it.
Yeah, lock stuff.
That's kind of hard to deal with.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of fun shenanigans to be had with this card. I don't know how meta it's going to be, but I think that it's fun. It might be fun to experiment with for sure.
Agreed.
And then now for the coup d'état.
The actual card that we're excited about.
This one actually, this one got me up out of bed this morning.
I
ran
looked
straight
at
to my
it
phone to
and
text
I was
you.
like, the way that our Discord uploaded, it uploaded the picture and then like it didn't upload the text for like 15 minutes or something.
Oh God!
And so I saw it and I was like, is that Hagurumon?
Yeah, with extra stuff.
And I was like, wait, what is it? Because I don't know the lore well enough to be like, oh yeah, that's Haguru X antibody.
Same. Yeah.
But it is, in fact, Haguru X antibody.
There you go. Machine Dramon.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Play a Haguru 1K blocker decoy token.
So it'll be technically a 4th token in the game because Goldramon has 2.
Goldramon. Oh yeah, and then the Diaboromon.
And then Diaboromon, yeah. So as far as Bandai has strayed from token support, we are starting to get more and more.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Well, obviously, when I see Hagurumon, I think Machine Dramon.
Absolutely.
And I know we both have been pretty excited about the new Hagurumon, which is it's an on-play searcher. It grabs a machine and a black tamer, and then it has inheritable reboot. And so this one, like even if you don't Evo it on the raising or out of the raising area, if you do put it in the raising on top of that Hagurumon, you've got reboot and blocker
and
out of the way
and an extra draw.
Yeah. So you've got. We were talking about the level 5s in Machine Dramon could get a little more toolboxy, a little more utility, and a little bit less. Oh well, I have to set aside 3 or 4 spots for my reboot blockers.
Yeah, because you already have them. Yeah,
forget about it.
Yeah. It's going to be a wild card for that deck. So I guess BT-17 or BT-16 does have something for me. They finally gave me a piece for something I play.
Yeah.
Aside from the Magna X, I think the Magna X is going to be good in a lot of universally good decks.
That's a pretty good deck.
So one question that we want to put out there to you judges is I've been having conflicting reports from different judges and stuff. So Maki from BT.
Oh yeah. Search a 2-color card.
Yeah. What? Is Magnamon X a 2-color card? Or is it a 3-color card and it does not apply to the Maki?
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments because it's I've gotten conflicting reports.
It's a point of debate around these parts.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, man, I'm excited for locals tonight. What do you got brewing for it?
I'm gonna play Bloom.
Okay.
I think Bloom is now suffering from success. It has too many good cards.
Yeah.
So narrowing it down to 50 is pretty tough. I want to play the SR Pamon. I still want to play Floodgates. I still want to play EX3 Pomu.
Mm-hmm.
I've already sadly made room and taken out Red Veggie. But figuring out the 5s and I went down to 2 Quartzmon from 3. A lot of weird concessions across the deck.
Yeah.
So I'm just sort of tightening that up before I put out a deck list. You?
Yeah. I am finally. I was supposed to play it last week, but I got so excited putting that Hexablow list together. I played an early version of my Hexablow list last week and had a ton of fun. But at the end of the day, I was like, I really should have played that Lord Knight list.
Yeah. You're going to give it a go?
In the meantime, we've done a bunch more testing. And so I did make, if you've seen the Lord Knight video, which a lot of you have, thank you guys for watching that video because it got a lot of views. I did make a couple changes. I did take out I went down to...
You went down to 7 Nightmons, right?
7 Nightmons. I took out one of the older ones, and I went down to... What else did I take out? I took out
Lucemon.
I took out 1 Lucemon. That's right. And I put in 2 yellow boosts. So now the lineup in my security is like 4 trainings, 2 yellow boosts, and a reinforcing boost. Yeah. And it's been really good in testing. So I'm going to take that to locals tonight and see how well it goes. I think that deck really fights for the board.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of decks.
Yeah, it nags a ton of DP.
Yeah. And we'll get into that a little bit when we do cards of the week because
True.
There's a specific card in there that's kind of a sneaker. So
true.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited. What's our next set? We have EX5 coming out.
EX5 will be sometime around January.
Yeah, it's after the new year, right? So we're in this format for...
It's another long one.
It's another long one, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, this one, I think, BT-13, I think, was a good long format because there were... For every Royal Knight, you could basically build the deck out of, which was cool.
We tried.
We almost got there. We almost got them.
I think we did like 7 maybe.
We did a lot. All the burst modes were a deck.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff contained in that. But like you said, BT-14 is more, dang, what if I built X?
Yeah.
And then just give it a shot.
Yeah. I think I'm really interested to see the regionals results from this next in-person regional in I think it's in Pasadena again, right?
There is one in December in Pasadena, and then there's I think either 1 or 2 online regionals. The rest are Ultimate Cups.
Those we'll bring you guys the results for those because those are going to be spicy. I can't wait to see if people stick to old stuff.
Yeah, it could be any
new stuff. Like what's going on.
Blue Flare could win.
The same way that we play at locals. Like I have no idea what I'm going to see tonight.
Yeah.
So, there has been a regionals.
There was a Latin America regional and an Oceania regional.
Were they BT?
They were BT-14.
They were legal?
Yep.
Okay. Do you know the results
for
those?
I know.
I don't have all the graphics, guys. Sorry.
I know one of the decks was Shine Greymon.
The one with the restriction for the
with
Geo?
the restriction. I know I was talking with some people about it, and they're like, the Geo Greymon restriction hurt Shine the least.
Yeah.
Like it hurt Yellow Vaccines and other decks a lot more because it's like, well, you go onto one of that, you play 4 of the Geo Gray that plays a Marcus for free if you don't have one, and then you play 4 of the one that start a main, gain a memory, the EX4 one, and then you're right there. You still have a lot of good cards, as well as the interesting thing about their list, they played red base, but they played the new Coralmon.
Oh.
Because you swing with Marcus and then you draw.
Yeah. Because
you don't need to swing with your Greymon to draw a card.
Yeah.
So Shine Greymon is still very, very strong. But it doesn't have the god turn necessarily. So the best turn in that deck was Evo rookie, play the Searcher rookie, and then promote, play Marcus for the Geo Gray that plays a Marcus for free, and then you other Geo Gray play another Marcus for free. You have 2 level 4s and 2 Marcuses.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's like that's turn 2. That's and from there, if you don't deal with all of that, you're dead.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that anymore, but it's still. I mean, Marcus is a great card. BT-12 Shine is very good. The burst mode is the best burst mode. The Marcuses are very good. A lot to like, and they have red training. Search
so
your Marcus.
Get to go faster.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm and then what was do you know the results for the other one?
For the other tournament, I don't remember who won. I just know I remember seeing Shine win.
Yeah, it seems like those might just be comfort picks because they were so early in the format.
Yeah, they were literally week 1 of the format.
Yeah, so let's just throw 4 red trainings in this and find 3 other champions and call it good. Yeah. Well, I think we should just jump into cards of the week and wrap this up. So
I'll lead us off if you want.
Okay, you lead us off.
Because I've been excited registered in a couple of Ultimate Cups coming up.
Yep.
And Justin and I came up with a list. And it's a restricted format, so you can only basically play BT-14, RB1, and like some of the
Structure
promo cards
decks,
that
right?
came up. The
Structure decks,
the black and purple structure decks. It's a very limited format, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, let's figure it out. We figured out a deck that we liked it so much, and we think it's so competitive that we're keeping it close to our chest.
I know. You guys won't let me film it yet.
We haven't filmed it yet, but I will give you one of our trade secrets is my card of the week.
Okay.
And that is the BT-14 Chaosmon. The squid.
Okay. Yeah.
That card is crazy.
Yeah.
A level 4 that when attacking can bounce a level 5. That is, I don't know if we've ever seen something that strong.
That's pretty good.
It's it has to have no sources, but you promote the Gomamon, strip 1. It's when attacking is strip 1. And then also you have the Zuda Ace. You have a lot of cards. So Chaosmon, the squid.
The squid boy.
Keep your eyes out for the squid.
All right, my turn. So sticking with that Lord Knight theme, that Centauromon is insane. I'm having a lot of fun with another level 4. So it's level 4 week, I guess, over here, cards of the week. Because originally, if you watch the deck profile video, I talk about it. Like I was trying to use Gato and Gato X because neg 2k DP, but you had to have 3 security or more or less or whatever. There was a condition to it, whatever. So didn't always come up. And then I'm bindering away my, like I do with all my organizing and stuff, bindering away, and then I just see this level 4.
Wait, what?
And I'm like minus 2k DP on attack, no conditions.
Bang.
Automatically goes in.
Perfect.
And then I look up and when digivolving, minus 3k.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that has to go in the deck.
Yeah.
So the line is basically training cards, memory boost. I put, so I have 3 total memory boosts in now, 4 trainings. And so the line is you can have a level 3 in raising and like a QOTD on board or something, right? Mm-hmm. You can promote. If you have 2 trainings on board, you just use 1 training. You go into your Centauromon for free. Say they have a Quartzmon on board, right? Centauromon for free with one of the trainings, minus 3k.
12k now.
Right? And then you use another training, go into your new Nightmon for 2.
Okay.
Minus 6k.
Dang.
So you're down to
down to 6
down to 6 now. And then you can just Evo into Slash.
Bang.
Or even the new Seraphimon if you want to put that in there instead.
Yeah, gone.
And so you can really take out big bodies from just a rookie in raising.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that uncommon.
No.
Another way to do it is with the new Nightmon too. It's like you can just raise a rookie. If you have a rookie out, you can neg 3 KDP on digivolving. You can hard play the other Nightmon and do another minus 9k to a body.
It takes care of a mega like crazy.
Pretty easily. It's not too bad. So there's a lot of fun stuff. And, when swinging neg 2 KDP, if you're swinging with the Nightmon or swinging with your Lord Knight or swinging with your Slash or whatever you want to swing with, it's just an unconditional neg 2 KDP, which is really strong in the deck, I think. So I'm having a lot of fun with that card. And I wish it was a warrior, but it is what it is. It's yellow, and I can grab it with TKs or anything else. That's fine. But yeah, no, it's got a place in my heart. It's a good surprise card. It's when I hit those cards, I'm just like, I missed this pre-release.
Yeah.
Therefore, I missed those cards.
Yeah, exactly.
I only read those cards when I'm playing in pre-release because you really go through all your cards and read them. But I would have never found that card if I wouldn't have just randomly ran across it.
Perfect.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on another 2 Tamers Talk. We have tons of deck. I am overwhelmed with stuff to edit. People have been throwing deck profiles at me. I have people texting me, when can I come record?
Got to get this on the channel.
I know we have, there's a Jessmon that wants to come in. I think we have a Vadermon, Ebimon deck that wants to get filmed. All kinds
Yellow
of
vaccines.
Yellow vaccines got to come. I guess we have to get a dog deck on there sometime eventually. But there's a million Fenrir Lugurmon decks on the internet. We'll see.
We'll have the best one.
We'll have the best one. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.